there's two situations that really with my head that I walked away from, yeah? I wish I never walked away from. I wish I confronted. My head goes there a lot, where I wish I could go back.
That makes sense.
And them up.
What motivates you to come to the gym?
Ooh, mine's dark. Mine's dark.
Go on, tell us.
I'll let someone else answer first. Get some positive out there.
Yeah, well, for me personally, it's obviously I'm on a plan for obviously competing next year. So for me, I'm just trying to get. What motivates me to go to the gym is to just try and get as big as humanly possible. So the point that I can't walk through a door straight.
Or breathe.
That's my goal.
Or climb up the stairs.
Yeah, I just want to get as big as I possibly can.
And if you weren't doing a show, would you not be motivated?
Yeah, I'd still be in the gym.
Yeah, because that's your life, isn't it?
But at the moment, that's my forefront. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My motivation is showing every single person that a vegetarian can be hench.
They can't, though, can they?
They can.
They just can't. How long have you been trying, bro?
I promise you, I'm there.
You just got to eat
Let
some
me
protein,
have my
eat some
moment.
protein and grow some arms, mate. Do you know what I mean?
You'd be wham if you ate meat. I'm telling you, you'd be fucking wham.
I'm wham.
You are wham.
You'd be, honestly, you'd be so much bigger, mate.
No, but the thing is, this is my goal, my fire. Because
Yeah.
every single person that's told me that from day one, I'm now bigger than them, and I have proven everything, not just for them, but for myself, that it's possible. And then showing other people that are confused half the much as I was, it's now even better to show them, because now within a few years they're getting results within a few fucking months. Do you know what I mean? So it's like gold dust, and it's like an opportunity to think, you know what, it's possible. And me doing it every day just shows how much more can I get out of myself being a vegetarian.
Your twos are dead positive. Mine's fucked.
I want to hear it. I'm ready.
There's two situations that really fuck with my head that I walked away from, yeah? And I wish I never walked away from. I wish I confronted these two situations. And for some odd reason, I walked away from them. And my head goes there a lot, where I wish I could go back.
That makes sense.
And fuck them up.
Go on, then tell us. What are they?
They're violent. just like situations that I've turned away from. Like, it's all right, bruv, allow it, whatever. And these two situations really fuck with my head, because I should have been on their ass. I should have fucked them up. And my head goes there a lot. Like, what I regret it so much.
But you use that as your fuel.
Yeah, and I try and punish myself every day to go to at the gym.
That's not a good thing. Do you want to hug or something?
No, it fucks me. It sticks in my head. These are like 15, 20 years ago, like situations, like just bullshit, but they really they're in the back of my head all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Still? After all these years?
Yeah.
You need to let that shit slide.
You need to let
And
it out.
well, whenever I see these two men again,
You know what they say, man?
Death.
Hate in your heart will only consume you, man.
yeah, I want it to consume me. It drives me, Paul. It drives me. I go to the gym, punish myself.
I love that.
Just in case
You should
shit
torture
happens,
yourself.
like,
you go in the gym,
yeah.
you fuck yourself up. You cause pain to
my shit's
yourself.
dark. I wanna
That
fuck
is
up.
the pain.
not a good
you know,
motivation to have.
no,
I
think
know.
about it. Listen,
Motivation.
it is.
That's
What-
not-
no, no, no.
Motivation's motivation.
Come from
One
anywhere.
second.
That's it.
Motivation
But
is.
that's like
No,
That's
you don't
my
understand.
motivation.
It's
I
fuel.
really regret
not killing them.
not doubling down on them things. Like, it really bothers me that I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I was like, no, it's cool, whatever. And I really regret.
And now he's training every day of his life, getting ready for that moment.
Yeah,
that when he
like,
sees them, I'm going to be like.
I
this.
regret it so bad.
Really?
Because every other situation I've met head on, and these two, and they were just normal, whatever. Nothing bad was going to happen, but it's like,
It bothers you.
it bothers me for walking away from it bad.
I think you need to deal with it.
You
You
need
need
to
to
I
deal
go
with it.
see therapy.
By punishing myself. And when it's on, it's on.
Everyone has that little thing in it.
Should the gym be punishment? Like,
Why? You're suffering. You're suffering in the gym all day.
I just don't like to lose. I hate losing at everything. So, like, when I go in the gym, it's like, I don't want to be a loser. I want to be the best. Whatever I do, I want to be the
But
best
you
at it.
fall in and out of love with
Yeah,
training, don't you?
with gym, but then I've always got something that, like now it's golf. Like, as much as I suck at golf, I will continue to play until I'm the best. Even if I never get there, I'll just keep going. I just don't like to lose. Like, when I was young and I was shit at sports or whatever, I was fat, I was shit. And I hate that feeling. So now it's like, right, I just want to win. At all costs, I'll win. As long as I don't lose, Like if I train with Hino or Paul and they're stronger than me, I'd be like, right, fuck this. I'll beat them at something. Watch. You better fucking.
And he'll go and
I'll
do
do
it, bro.
it. I'll do it.
He'll
I'll
do
keep
it.
going till I do it.
And then you'd be injured.
Yeah, then I get injured, but it don't matter because I win. As long as I win, I'm all right.
So what would you say? So those people that say, I just can't get motivated to go to the gym, because we're all pretty motivated to train, right? What would you say to them? Where can they find that motivation? What would you say for them to do? Because I think your goal is to get big and you're competing. Your goal is to get big as a vegetarian and compete. Yours, we obviously know, is if you don't train, you're going to end up killing someone. Yours is to win.
It's
You
just
like
a
to win
purpose.
all the
You just
time.
need a purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Purpose.
100%. If you don't have a purpose or vision, that you're going nowhere.
Yeah.
You see
Not-
nothing.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
I think the real problem is for people that are not motivated to go is because something hasn't happened bad enough to make them go. So what I mean is, like, a lot of people are kind of just okay.
Cruising.
Even in life, people stay in jobs for years that they're annoyed about, but it's kind of okay until something happens and makes it worse. So sometimes it's better to be even in a worse situation than you already are to make you then do something.
Yeah, you need that
Do you know what I
drive.
mean? So I wasn't always a bodybuilder, do you know what I mean? I wasn't always doing this. Obviously something happened and I was like, I can't do what I'm doing anymore, and then I transitioned into this.
How long have you been a bodybuilder?
So I started training when I was 30, so I'm 37.
So you started quite late then?
Yeah, well, I was like 30, 31, yeah.
And what were you doing prior to that then?
I was a chef.
And did you train at all?
No,
Were you
no.
into training, the gym?
No.
Were you big?
No, I was just an average. I always had like decent arms and I always had like kind of good genetics with my dad, but I was just a normal guy. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, with a chef, you drink a lot and all that kind of shit. Do you know what I mean?
So what made you get into it?
Get into chefing or bodybuilding?
No, into bodybuilding.
I was looking at the head chef I was working at in Edinburgh, and he was about my age then, so about, I think he was like 34, 35, and he was just fucked, and it was all miserable. Everyone, chefs are not happy people, do you know what I mean? And it's just not good to be around that, although I loved cooking, and I just wanted to get out in the hours and all that. It was just shit, do you know what I mean? Although the cooking side is amazing, but it's the environment that you're surrounded in. And I got to a point that I was just waking up in the morning dreading going to work. And I was working at the All Course, golf, the All Course Hotel. So I was there like for 5 years. And I remember walking to work and I was like, I really hope, there's a bit of the road that cuts off. And I remember walking down there, I was like, I really hope a car hits me so I have to go to work today.
Really?
Yeah.
Felt that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad.
And I was just like, I can't keep doing this anymore. It wasn't making me happy, and it just affected everything else around me. Do you know what I mean?
Can I ask you, Paul, then? I know you've like been through some stuff.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt suicidal?
Yeah, I've been in a nutty ward for hanging myself.
Really?
Yeah.
What made that happen?
What made me hang myself?
Yeah.
God.
Well, where were you at that point that made you do that?
It was 2 years ago. So I went through like a bad time with just life, really. It was like obviously COVID. I basically won Best Desserts in Lincolnshire in 2018.
Jeez.
And then changed to be a chef. And then trying to be a PT in that is just hard, and everything was just got a shit fucking child. Everything just got on top of me basically. And the only thing I thought to do was to hang myself, and I was unconscious, and my friend found me and he pulled me down, and the next thing I remember, I was outside my house, the ambulance were there, and I had to go to Lincoln, and I was in one of them wards, where you can't get in and out. I was in there for like a week or so, and it was really, really bad,
Do you know, when you think about it now, do you think, what the hell was I doing? Like, are you glad that you didn't die?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Do you think that gave you more drive to be a bodybuilder?
Yeah, to just do what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? I just want to do, like, I've got people to prove wrong, do you know what I mean? And obviously I want to just be, I'm very ambitious, do you know what I mean? And I just want to be something, and what I do now is what my passion is. I love it that much. I just want to just do what I'm doing and keep myself happy and stuff like that, do you know what I mean?
Would you say the gym saved you?
100 million %.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you're on a plan and you've got to get up in the morning, like, to do your cardio, get on your food, it gives you a focus. And when you're eating 6 meals a day, 7 meals a day, it's a lot of work, do you know what I mean? So it just gives you that something to focus on, and I started seeing the results, and obviously everything just transpired from there, really.
So, like, obviously we talk about mental health, like, and there's still a lot that we don't understand about mental health. And obviously we all deal with people that come to the gym that talk about mental health. And then obviously someone like you who's been through it, to the point that you felt like you couldn't live anymore and had to kill yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's deep, isn't it? Like, you know, it's like it makes you think what drives people to that. And obviously we had a lot of conversations over the last few podcasts about how social media makes it worse and people are compared. Would you say that that is the case, or would you say for you it was completely different?
I don't think social media makes anything worse. I think it's the individual using social media that makes it worse for themselves. You can't blame Instagram for you feeling shit about yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a cop-out. Do you know what I mean? Like, you choose who you follow, you choose what you watch on Instagram. Everyone's Instagram's different. So if your Instagram's making you feel depressed, then you need to change what you're doing on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally on Instagram, I use it just for business. So everything I post is business. And the things I follow make me happy. I follow a lot of like positive stuff, Echo Tolkien, all these like people you should aspire to be like. So my Instagram's actually quite positive. Do you know what I mean? I don't have all these things popping up that are triggering me, making me question myself.
Yeah. You know, obviously suicide rates are higher in men.
86.6%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think that is because, Dre, do you think that's because men don't talk about how they feel? Like, you know how you've just said to us that you've got this something inside you, that's something that happened to you 15 years ago and it's still there eating you up. But you obviously don't talk about it or let it out. Do you think that, like, that's because men just don't talk?
Yeah, but I've been working on myself since being with my missus. She helps me talk. So it's the first person I've been able to be open with, which
That's
really helps
nice,
me.
man.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
that's
Like,
nice.
to be actually honest with. And she helps me. But I would still fuck somebody up.
But is that?
I'm ready.
I don't think men
I
have an
sometimes, I
outlet.
was saying this the other day, I sometimes walk home at night. Who was I saying it to? I walk home at night, walk down this alleyway, and I'm hoping someone's there. Like, just,
There's something not right with you, Dre. You
yeah, I know. I just want to get something out. I don't know
You
what
ain't
it
got an
is.
outlet.
It's just, I just got to get it out. And you know, because I've come from like a combat background, weights isn't sufficient enough for me sometimes. And that's why I do, like, if anyone's training me, I train at a high pace because I'm trying to try and kill myself. Like, I want to go from set to set to set, as heavy as I can, 20 reps, whatever, and try and die. Do you know what I mean? But
Let's enjoy
it
it.
still doesn't get out.
Have you ever considered suicide?
No.
No. What about you, Hino?
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
That surprised me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
This,
I'll be honest with you. With you, I see. You know how everybody sees Hino as this happy Larry guy. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
I know that Hino. Because I read all of you guys. You're like my boys, and I know that there's a real dark side to you, and I know you have some really low moments where you disappear. But I'll let you talk about it.
Yeah,
That's my.
It's very 100%. Like you say, it's whenever something really, really shit happens, I will block everyone out. I will not get back to anyone. I won't respond. I won't do nothing. I will just sit in the room. Blinds will be closed, and it's like, it's just you're just there in your own thoughts. Do you know what I mean? There's so many times you're in a car and you think, how easy is it to
Yeah,
just
man. I thought that so many times.
it's do you know what I mean? But it's an easy thing to do, but it's the hardest decision because as soon as you think about this, you think about all your loved ones and all the people that you would think I'm just being selfish.
Yeah, there's consequences.
You're
And
thinking
there's
about doing that. I'm thinking about who the fuck to hit. I'm thinking about which fucking way should I go, bro? The fuck? Bang! 10 points.
But I like
But
it.
would you say that then again the gym saves you?
That's the biggest thing. Like I came out of something really shit, and again, it was probably my fault, but I had to kind of get out of it in my own senses because it was the best for other people and myself. And as soon as that happened, I gained so much confidence. I came out of uni, came straight to a job where it built my confidence. Then I went straight into training as well because I was already training before, but I didn't know what I was doing. And it wasn't eating anything. Do you know what I mean? I was just training, copying the mates. But then literally came out uni, went straight back into the gym, went straight to hashtag, seen these guys. That's when I met them for the first time. Lovely bunch of dickheads and the best dickheads. And
100% I agree.
but they gave me the drive. I looked at them and I thought, yo, like I would love to do this. They're in the best place of their life, working, look like they have the best time of their life, and they're helping someone. And also, Amrish, Krishna, Hamza, they're all bodybuilding. So I'm thinking now, I have that mentality of thinking, if someone else can do it, I can do it myself. So I literally said, I goes, let me try it, give it a go, who knows? And then from there, it stuck to me because every time, everything going from my depression, the suicidal thoughts, and then coming out of it, and then going into a stage of proving me and other people that vegetarian is possible. There's so many different things that give me fire. So when you see me training in the gym, you'll see
You've got purpose.
I've got a purpose.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things. That's why, going back to the other point, you can have so many like things going right for you, but if you pick and have that one thing that's not going right for you, use that. And then go use that and take that as your fuel. Yeah. If one person has made one comment, one comment is a big thing.
Yeah.
Use that. If you have nothing else, use something that's so useful.
Yeah.
So I'll always go back to think how, and like you said, your missus helps you, right? And Gadget has been the biggest part to helping me. Otherwise, I won't be here. I promise you I won't be here.
There's a common theme here. You've got good women supporting.
Oh, 100%. Women don't.
Obviously, Aaron, I know I don't know if you've suffered from anxiety and sometimes I ask you, are you depressed? Because I know
I
you
would
do.
never admit I'm depressed.
But have you ever had suicidal thoughts?
I always think dumb shit, but I know I would never do it. The idea's in my head, but I think everyone has that because.
But would you
I
say,
think as men,
for
we
you
don't
though,
have an
would you say
outlet.
it's because for you, it's Scarlett, isn't it, your daughter?
Yeah, I would never compromise her life to be selfish for myself because I've got someone to look after. But I just feel like we don't have an outlet as men. Like what our outlet is, let's go train, let's get big, let's fight, let's do sports, let's do that.
I personally think that the biggest problem as to why depression is so great in men and suicide rate is so great in men at the moment is because if you go back 50 years ago, like I was saying to you, the testosterone levels in men is 40% less today than it was 50 years ago, which is why today men, in my opinion, they're fucking soft cock snowflakes.
Yeah, because we get judged for
Do you know what I
everything.
mean?
We can't
We're
say
not men
shit
anymore.
We can't have an
But
opinion.
That's
Men-
society, man.
Yeah, we can't have an opinion.
A
No,
man
but
with a
this
low
is science.
testosterone, a man
He's
with a low
talking about
testosterone
science, aren't
levels,
you?
yeah,
Yeah.
if you've got a low testosterone level, it's going to cause depression.
Yeah, so look, when you
that's why
when you
men
go
are
on
more
test- when you go on
depressed.
gear, yeah,
It makes you feel better.
and then you come off it,
You feel shit.
you feel shit,
Yeah.
because your hormones are down.
You put a man on TRT and watch him no longer be depressed.
Yeah.
That's crazy though, isn't
Yeah.
it?
But it's not crazy when you
in
realise
itself-
why it's done. Though.
Yeah.
They
But
don't
how
want.
many
They don't want a
doc-
society of strong men.
But Paul, how many doctors know this and will know how to address it? So if all of you guys, right, went to the doctor and said, "This is how I'm feeling,"
They'll just give you
would
paracetamol. They don't give a
would
fuck.
They say, would they say,
They don't
let's
know
get
what
your
they're doing.
testosterone
No,
levels
no.
checked?
Yeah, they would.
Ibuprofen
They would. But what
and
they do
paracetamol.
is they have a range for your
Yeah,
age,
and
so
it's
you'll always
big
be
range.
within that range.
Yeah.
So for me, for instance, in my fucking 37 now, obviously my test levels should be
Between
a certain range or
it's
whatever.
about 10 and 30, I think.
Yeah, which obviously it will
a
be.
broad range.
It's a massive range. But the ideal optimal range is obviously better than that.
Yeah.
And the foods and everything we're consuming it's what affects your test levels.
Ideally, as well, you want to go to a specialist. So you don't even want to go to your doctor. When you're
No,
dealing with like
shit.
steroids and stuff like that, you want to go to a place like Transform Now or somewhere like that, like a specialist that's going to take your blood, do your blood work, evaluate it, and give you
Understand
a
it, yeah.
better understanding. Because these GPs and
GPs
stuff like that, they ain't
are
got a
just
fucking clue
general,
anyway.
yeah, they don't
They're
know.
just going to fob you off with some cream. Oh, this, that, the other. 6 months later, they're going to check you again. And it's like it's too long.
I agree. Yeah.
The whole process is long, but you can go to a specialist place. There's loads of clinics around the Midlands anyway, but you can go to a specialist and get it done in fucking a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you